Hello and welcome to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. We're just about done with this game. Cannot wait. So excited because the English translation of Blood Drive comes out next week, which I will also be playing. Let me I guess it's fine. Alright. Well, let's start Shangri-La. This one focuses on Morishige. That I know for sure. So. Let me turn it down a bit.
携帯のカメラがフラッシュするたびに校舎の壁を白く照らし出す。ここは無人だ。ただ俺と彼女だけがいる。またここに来てしまった。
I was acutely aware that the hand in which I held my cell phone had begun sweating, and my breathing had become uncomfortably heavy. I was getting steadily more excited, and it was all because of her. A perfect flower, brightly adorning the wall with its myriad colors. Such was the departed female form spread before me. When I first encountered her, it took me several moments just to comprehend what I was seeing. I'd never beheld a person with such grievous injuries before. I'm not even certain the word injuries would apply in a situation like this. I was certain this action had been wrought by human hands, largely because both of her arms had been nailed to the wall with construction-grade linchpins. Based solely on the dug-out abdomen, seemingly without the use of tools, the intestines lying on the floor, the smashed eyeballs, and the exposed jaw. One might think she'd been torn apart by wild animals, but the linchpins and the faint traces of bloody handprints here and there proved otherwise.
だがこの造形はどうだ。これには誰かの意志が、情熱が宿っているじゃないか。
The blood that splattered far and wide shone in my flash like a bright red flame, and whole chunks of flesh were strewn about like flower petals. This flayed, eviscerated corpse with arms outstretched and nailed to the wall brought to mind images of Jesus nailed to the cross. But she was even purer than that. There is no self-sacrifice here, no lesson to be taught. Whoever did this clearly had fun with it. They enjoyed killing her. They enjoyed destroying her.
確かに動物の中には食うためでなく遊びのために他の動物を殺し死体を放置する者もいる。ライオンや猿やイルカのように社会性の高い動物の群れでは差別や虐待もある。だがそういう他者への攻撃衝動を作品にまで高められるのは人間だけだ。
Can that truly be all there is to it, though? Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over him. My internal monologue had become soliloquy, if only for a moment. What was it about this girl that fascinated me so? Witnessing the aftermath of a murderer's actions did provide a certain freeing sense of childlike helplessness, to be sure. But why had she, in particular, stricken my fancy?
ここは死者のパーティー会場みたいな場所だ。凄惨な遺体は他にいくらでもある。それなのに。
The moment I first laid eyes on her will stay with me always. Not just the sight, but the smell too, hanging in the air like steam after a hot bath. She was young, junior or senior high age. But that's about all I could determine. Her uniform was tattered and soaked through with blood, and there was no student ID name tag to be found. The only reason I believed her to be a she, in fact, was due to the presence of a makeup bag and ornate tortoiseshell jewelry box on the ground nearby.
どこの誰かもわからない。こんな死体になぜ俺は。教えてくれ。君は誰なんだ。
The alarm on my cell phone sounded, as if an answer.
もうそんな時間か。
A production of The Barber of Seville was airing on the MHK Educational Network that evening, and Mayu had asked me to record it for her. MHK is not what it's actually called, it's NHK. Being away from my TV at the time, I'd set a few reminder alarms on my phone to sound at regular intervals beforehand. Mayu was most renowned for her love of sweets and accessories and such, and I often wondered if anyone else knew how much she enjoyed the works of Rossini.
マユを探さないと。あいつは俺がついてないとダメなんだ。
Bright and beautiful Mayu, beloved by all who knew her. I was the only one aware of the weaknesses that lay within her heart. Therefore, I was the only one who could truly protect her.
そういえば、持田の妹。あの子はどうしているだろうな。さっき俺はついあの子を追い回して怖がらせてしまった。
I adored watching her run for dear life. It was an act befitting a psychopathic pedophile, yet I am no such thing. Why then did I glean such joy from it? Because you are a twisted fuck. I simply found her frail, cowering countenance to be irresistibly precious. The sight of an overwhelmingly weak person standing before me, utterly helpless and alone, elated my very soul. The sensation was nearly orgasmic. Okay, you are a sick fuck. Yet this was a friend's sister. For all the torment I'd caused, I certainly intended no harm. The perceived threat I represented just spawned such panic and horror within her that I couldn't help myself. Thinking back upon it still makes me smile.
まるで自分の中で別の自分が目覚めつつあるようなそんな感覚だ。ダメだ。こんなのは俺らしくない。この悪夢みたいな場所のせいか。
Indeed, this wouldn't do at all. If I were to return to the real world with Mayu and the others without first discarding this new me, I would no longer be able to live the way I did before.
携帯に保存した画像や動画は全て消しておかないと。彼女の姿も。
幸子さんのおまじないが原因なのかな。こ こはどう考えてもいつもの学校の中じゃない。生徒会の仲間とクラスメート数人で例のおまじないをして、多分私は貧血か何かで気を失ってしまったんだと思う。目が覚めたらこんな気味が悪いところにいた。友達の姿はどこにもなかった。最初は瞳子たちのいたずらだと思ったんだけど、どうもそんな雰囲気じゃない。怒っても叫んでも、さすがに怖くなってもうやめてと頼んでも誰一人現れない。なんだか悪い夢を見ているみたいだ。むしろ夢であってほしいと心から思う。一人でこんなところにいるなんて我慢できない。とにかく誰かに会いたくてたまらない。せめて私の名前を呼んでほしい。私は山本美月、白檀高等学校の2年生で生徒会の初期。私はここにいるよ、みんな。
The door is frozen in place, as if it's just a decoration on the wall. It doesn't even rattle when pushed.
ここも窓と同じで開かない。どうなってんのもう。
I'm not going to accomplish anything by staying in one place. I need to keep looking for my friends.
美月さん。
誰？
俺だよ、黒崎。
黒崎？どこ？
We were in the same hallway, but separated by a huge hole in the floor. Still, I'd finally found someone, Kinsuke Kurosaki, a classmate of mine from 2-4. After being alone in here all this time, finally a friend. I could barely contain my exuberance.
黒崎！やっぱ無事だったんだね。よかった。
美月さんも大丈夫だった？怪我とかしてない？
私は平気。黒崎、みんなは？
わからないんだ。俺もさっき気がついたばっかで。大地、どうして自分がこんなとこにいるんだかも。
だよね。私たち生徒会室にいたよね。なのにどうしてこんなボロい学校に。気絶してる間に誰かに連れてこられたってこと？
かもしんないけど、こんなことするやつなんて。
まともじゃないよ。黒崎見た？ここって
死体だろ？見たよ。人生初の体験だよ。リアルでしょんべん漏らしかけたぜ。
やだ下品。
だけどマジでヤバいと思う。早く刻みやフクロイたち探してここを脱出しないと。
Kurosaki carefully inched closer to the hole in the corridor, bit by bit, then took a good long look inside.
そんな穴ピョンって飛んでこっち来ちゃいなよ。あんた野球部だしスポーツ得意でしょ？
無理だって。陸上部ならまだしも。
使えない。そのうち補欠に回されちゃうんじゃん。
厳しいな。美月さんらしいっちゃらしいけど、とりあえずどっか遠回りしてそっちに行ける道がないか探してみるよ。
ちょっ
そこで待ってて、美月さん。ついでに他の連中も探してくるからさ。
そんな慌てなくていいって。しばらくここにいてよ。一人にしないでよ。私性格きついからな。普段クラスでも生徒会でも姉子ポジションっていうか。やっぱエミみたいにおとなしい子じゃないと男子から女の子扱いされないか。やっぱり剣がこういう時こそ使いたいのに。
The time display on my phone read 2909.
時計もおかしい。さっき落とした時にどっか壊しちゃったかな。遅いな黒崎。何にもなきゃいいけど。
おーい、誰かいるか。
黒崎。ここだよ。こっち。黒崎。
その声は美月か。
黒い。
よかった、探したぞ美月。
It was Masato Fukuroi, a classmate of mine and the student council president. He always had a scowl on his face and dug his heels into the ground on everything. But right now, his cold obstinance was as welcome as could be.
黒い。無事だったんだね。よかった。
Wait, wasn't that exactly the same thing I said to Kurosaki? I really need to get some new material.
気がついたらこんなとこだし、黒崎いなくなっちゃうし、さすがに泣きそうだったよ。
なんだよ、いつもの美月らしくないな。健介も一緒なのか。
その穴の向こう側にいたんだけど、こっちへ来る道なくってさ、迂回路を探しに行っちゃった。
そうか、あいつは考える前に行動するタイプだからな。
袋井の方は瞳子たちには会えてないの？
ああ、大川や片山も見つからなかった。刻みも。
刻みくんは平気でしょ。
まあな、あいつみたいに体力も精神力もある人間ならこんな状況でも。
とりあえず黒崎と合流して、それからみんなを探そう。
じゃあ俺たちもこっち側から迂回できる道を探してみるか。
大丈夫かな。私たちがここ離れてる間に黒崎が来たら。
その時はあいつがここで待っていてくれるさ。むしろ健介と俺たち両方で迂回路を探せば合流が早くなるかもしれない。それに探してるうちに他のみんなと会えるかもしれないだろ。
そうだね。ここでじっとしてても始まらないし、瞳子たちのことも心配だし。
ああ、一刻も早く全員の無事を確認しないとな。
The door to the art room is locked up tight. Okay. Yeah, I mentioned that this does focus on Morishige, and it does. But we play as these characters first for a bit. Let me move my mic smidge closer. There we go. Once again, it's been quite some time, but we'll explore as much as we can. It's quite a bit. This one is relatively long, and there's quite a bit in it as well. It's a rather heavily decayed corpse. Based on size and uniform, it looks to be the body of a female junior or senior high school student. Her head has been smashed flat as if with a press, and everything that would normally be tucked away in her skull is now lying exposed on the hallway floor. Her student ID can be found amongst this viscera. Koyo Girls Academy Middle School, Nozomi Makita. There's a piece of scrap paper on the floor near the body. It seems to have been torn out of a larger memo pad. Several lines are written on it with pink ink. I found something we can eat. I've noted its location on this map. Please come as soon as you see this. There's still hope for us. Let's stave off death as long as possible, together. There's a hand-drawn map at the bottom of the page with a big circle on it. The circle is labeled Staff Room, and the area indicated seems to be right at the end of this very hallway. The door to the staff room is locked up tight. There's a corpse here that almost seems to be resting against the wall, or perhaps it was propped up post-mortem. It looks to be the remains of a male senior high school student. His wrists and ankles are bound with wire, and there also appears to be copious amounts of wire around his neck. His name tag reads, Kurashiki Industrial High School, Masaru Nijino. So is he the source to eat?
人玉ちょっとマジやばい足震えてきた
君はまだ生きているねもし1秒でも長く生きていたいのなら誰も信じちゃいけない誰もだよ
He probably was killed by one of his friends. Alright. Being alone is scary, but being with someone else is even scarier. Stay alert. Don't let your guard down. Gotcha. The boys' room entrance is completely boarded up. There's no way to get inside right now. It's a thoroughly decomposed corpse. Based on size and uniform, it looks to be the body of a male junior or senior high school student. There's a student ID name tag on his blazer, Rubens Academy Senior High School, Koichi Kanesada. Do you know what lies beneath this school? It's a mire of agony and torment that can drive a man to madness with a single touch. I believe it. It's a halfway decomposed corpse. Based on size and uniform, it looks to be the body of a male junior or senior high school student. His name tag seems to have survived intact. Rubens Academy Senior High School. Take Taiga. He doesn't seem to have any messages. Okay, see if we can go up. The girl's bathroom entrance is covered in protective charms and seems to be shut up tight. The atmosphere feels heavier here than it does anywhere else. And the door is covered in protective charms. It seems to be shut up tight. It's not even locked, it just won't open.
お札ってなんか曰くありげだね。
この校舎全体が曰くありげなんだが。
どっちにしろ入れないんじゃ調べようもないか。
It looks like something is written here, but the lettering is so faint as to be illegible. Damn, I wanted to read it. It looks like the key from an old-fashioned wind-up toy.
ただのネジ巻きだね。
だが何のネジを巻くものなんだろうな。大きさからするとおもちゃのものにも見えるが。
一応持っとこうか。何かに使えるかもしれないし。
It's a thoroughly decomposed corpse. Looks to be a male junior high school student, except he's got no head. His name tag reads Kurashiki Industrial High School, Akira Yutsuka.
誰かが僕の頭を盗んだ。取り戻して僕はあんたたちの力になれるかもしれない。
どうする？
参ったな。心霊現象なんて信じていなかったが、これ以上ない証拠を目の当たりにしてしまった。
じゃなくてこの人の頼み聞くかってこと。どうしよう。私たちも友達探してるけど、この人も困ってるみたい。
This leads to a bad ending, so...
助けになってあげたいけど、私たちただの高校生だし。
しかし美月、
無理だよ。自分たちだってどうなるかわからないのに。
そうだな。健介たちとの合流を最優先に考えよう。すまない。今の俺たちじゃ力になれそうにない。ここを出たら必ず警察に連絡するから、それまで辛抱してくれ。
待ってくれ。僕の頭を見つければ君たちの役に立つものが。
It's a comparatively fresh corpse. Based on size and uniform, it looks to be the body of a female junior high school student. The expression on her face is almost joyous. Unfortunately, her student ID is clearly legible. Koyo Girls Academy Middle School, Rena Misato. There's a piece of scrap paper on the floor near the body. It seems to have been torn out of a larger memo pad. Several lines are written on it with pink ink. We left a note for Nozomi, telling her to come to the staff room. There's no turning back now. But I shouldn't feel sorry for her. Without food, all 3 of us will die. And Nozomi's injured, so she'd never be able to get away from that man. Ah, so they plan to eat her, kill her, and eat her. The Hortensia princess, with black dress and white shoes, favors glass houses. No men in the restaurant, please. Alright, so here's where Kurosaki was. The door and window alike are frozen in place, as if they're just decorations on the wall. Nothing even rattles when pushed. It looks to be a bucket, probably used by the custodian for mopping the floors. There's nothing inside. Alright, so that's all that there is to do on this floor. Let's go back down because we gotta move along. The first things I noticed when entering the room were a stack of candles and a box of matches right in front of my eyes. Had someone left these behind?
これまだ湿気ってなければ使えるんだけど。火ついてくれるかな。
I struck one of the matches along the side of the box, and a small red flame flickered into being. I propped up one of the loose candles and placed the burning match head against its wick.
こうしておけば、少なくとも生きてる人間がいることはわかるはずよね。
I decided it would be best to take the remaining candles and the box of matches with us, just in case we needed them. The seal must be undone. This tragedy must not be allowed to spread any farther. It's a comparatively fresh corpse. Based on size and uniform, it looks to be the body of a female junior high school student. Her throat seems to have been torn out, resulting in copious amounts of blood not only on her uniform, but pooled along the floor as well. Her mouth, too, is hanging agape, and she has no tongue. What was used to cut her apart like this? Her student ID is bloody, but still legible. Koyo Girls Academy Middle School. Haruna Harukaze. See, we have a note here too. A memo pad, presumably belonging to this deceased girl, is lying on the ground near her body. It looks like she was using it to chronicle her experiences here in the school building. The letters are written in pink ink and are easily legible. I did the Sachiko ritual with Nozomi and the others. And then, all of a sudden, I was out like a light. When I came to, I was here, surrounded by corpses. I can't even say how many times I vomited. I want to go home. We three have to stick together. If we don't, I think we're as good as dead. Like that high school student we met yesterday. There's nothing left to eat in here. I think we've been here a week now, but it's hard to say for sure. I really want to take a bath. And brush my teeth, too. The three of us talked it over and decided to eat that dead body. It was tough and bloody and felt and tasted so wrong. Rena soldiered through, but Nozomi threw it up. He came again. Nozomi was injured. Now she'll just get in our way. Rena was crying. But I'm just hungry. Nozomi's not coming. I think she's been killed already. Oh well. If Rena comes, I know what I have to do. Ah, so Nozomi died before she could get there. And that's her, so Rena went, and Haruna killed Rena and ate her.
袋井見て、ここに何か。
Something small was firmly jammed between two of the keys on the piano. It seemed to have been wedged in with tremendous force, making it impossible to move either of the surrounding keys.
確かに何かあるが、取れそうにないな。
We needed something we could fit in the tiny space between the keys in order to pop it out. Okay. I think we go there. Yes. The door's locked. That's where we need to go. Let's see. This one's probably the most confusing in my opinion on just what to do. Okay, head to the school's entranceway. A decomposed human cranium occupies the top left cubby on this shelf. It mustn't have been easy to make it fit, as there are tiny pieces of flesh and scalp tissue all along the frame. The only standout injury is to the jaw, which is clearly smashed in, giving the face an eerie, unnatural expression. Based on what's left of its facial features and the cut of its hair, this was likely a male middle school student. Looking closely, something seems to have been shoved into his mouth.
なんか口の奥にあるみたい。口の中に何かあるのは見えるんだけど、さすがにね。
俺が調べてみるよ。うちが手を這う感触ってのはそうけだつな。
Fuguroi dug around inside the mouth of the severed head for a few moments, then finally withdrew his hand. He was gripping something tightly between his now foul-smelling, discolored, and dully glistening fingers.
はい、ティッシュ使って。
ああ、助かる。これは何かの鍵みたいだな。
After thoroughly wiping off all the maggots and bits of rotting flesh, the item Fukuroi produced from the head took on that classic look of an old copper key. Alright, and that's what we need to get into the art room. The door is locked.
さっきの鍵で開けられないかな。
Let's use it and find out.
よかった。開いたみたい。
Okay, let's go in. There's a plaster model of a human arm on one of the shelves. Maybe it was used for sketching? The fingers are all stained red, as if covered in blood.
何これ。
絵の具じゃなさそうだな。
There are quite a lot of objects on these shelves and in these drawers, but every one of them is fixed in place, as if they're all just decorative accents. It's faint and almost invisible from a distance, but there appears to be a painting of a white rose on this canvas. Or maybe it's just a water stain. There's a plaster model of a human arm on one of the shelves. It's a portrait of a girl with long black hair, but her face has been completely blotted out with red paint. The entire arm is now completely red. When did that happen? Moreover, the red color is now glinting in the light, as if it's just been freshly painted. It looks wet and sticky. It's a still life depicting hydrangeas. There's a palette knife placed beneath the canvas.
これ、何かに使えるかな。
You never know when something like this might come in handy. Acquire palette knife. Alright. Something small was firmly jammed between two of the keys in the piano. It seemed to have been wedged in with tremendous force, making it impossible to move either of the surrounding keys.
確かに何かあるが、取れそうにないな。
We needed something we could fit in the tiny space between the keys in order to pop it out.
そうだ。パレットナイフなら隙間に入るんじゃない？
Let's give it a shot. Fukuroi took the palette knife in hand and started digging between the keys of the piano with it in an attempt to dislodge whatever was stuck. It took a lot more effort than expected, and created an unpleasant scraping sound that kind of hurt my ears, but ultimately...
よし、出てきたぞ。
鍵だ。さっきの図工室の鍵とは形も大きさも違うね。
Fukuroi handed me the small key, which I immediately pocketed. There it is. Okay. There's a row of awards and plaques on one of the shelves here. Among them sits a small rectangular box.
何の箱だろう。
It's locked.
さっきの鍵で開かないかな。
The key turned without any resistance, and the heavy glass door opened right up. I removed the rectangular box from inside and marveled at the feel of the wood. It was made of paulownia, making it smooth and lightweight.
開けてみよっか。
危険なものではなさそうだな。
恨みっこなしだよ。
心配するな。仮に中身が爆弾でも、美月なら構わないよ。
それって女の子のセリフじゃん。
I couldn't believe I just laughed. I guess Fukuroi's overtly serious deadpan reactions had become a source of strength for me. I can't even describe how grateful I was just to have him there. He was like a pillar of strength. With that in mind, I fearlessly opened the paulownia box. Inside, wrapped in silk, was a small wooden board inked with calligraphy.
なんだろう。お墓にあるやつに似てる。
それは外場。これは木札といってお札の一種だな。ごまで燃やしたりするやつだ。
I wasn't particularly well versed in Buddhist practices, but in a place like this, any sort of protective charm seemed like a good item to have. Well, 'cause it is. Let's see. The atmosphere feels heavier here than it does anywhere else. And the door is covered in protective charms. It seems to be shut up tight. It's not even locked. It just won't open.
さっき拾った木札でなんとかできないかな。
やはり扉のお札と木札の文様はよく似てるな。でもどうしたらいいのか。
投げつけてみたら。
そんな罰当たりな。とりあえず置いてみるか。
Fukuroi did exactly that, and after only a few moments, there was a notable change in the air. Then, all of a sudden, the grave tag emitted a bright blue light and the door was engulfed in flames.
大変だ。火事になっちゃう。
落ち着け。よく見てみろ。
I'd already turned to run, but at Fukuroi's urging, I turned back. And I have to admit, what I saw defied my expectations and explanations as well. The flames weren't actually engulfing the door, but rather just the protective paper charms affixed to it. The door, the wall, and the floor were untouched. After several seconds of burning, the paper charms were completely vaporized and the flames dutifully vanished, as if they were never even there. Okay, well, let's go in. Oh, look, there's something there. There's a body hanging from one of the ceiling beams, swaying back and forth ever so slightly. It's completely decomposed, but judging by the uniform, it was probably a female junior or senior high school student in life. Behind this swinging corpse, there's a conspicuous hole visible in the back wall. And all around it, on all sides, there's graffiti. Exactly the kind you expect to find in a public lavatory, from dirty drawings to 4 good times. Call me. I'll be waiting for you. Dead cat in Class 3's locker. I'm watching you from up above. From 3A, loves. Japanese studies teacher, mister. Just die already, you pervert. There's a name tag on the girl's uniform. Rubens Academy Senior High School. Moeka Natsuno. Ah, so that's what happened. It's locked from the inside. It won't open. There's a tiny hole in the door.
ここから中の様子も確かめられそう。何か意味がありそうだけど、どうする？
Working on a hunch, I took the wind-up key from my pocket and tried sticking it in the hole. Surprisingly, it was a perfect fit. I then tried turning it, and with just a little bit of force, it spun 180 degrees to the right and produced a loud click.
ねじ巻きじゃなかったのかな。何かのスイッチみたいな。
スイッチ？特に変化はないみたいだが。
待って、穴から。
As if on cue, a single hairline stream of blood began oozing out from behind the wind-up key. It slowly winded its way down the door and formed a gloppy pool at its base. The whole room then filled with a pungent odor all at once.
この匂いってなんでもない。
地震か！収まったみたいだな。
ビビった。こんなボロい建物、いつ崩れてもおかしくないよ。
ああ、早く外に出ないと危険だな。
There's still a line of discoloration along the door, leading from the hole down to the pool of blood below. Maybe that hole is gone now.
Imano地震のせいか。だが穴が増えるならともかく、今まであった穴が塞がったりするなんて。
やっぱ何かまっとうじゃないことが起きてるんだよ、ここって。
Alright, so that's fixed. The exit door is rattling with the rain and wind, and seems like a perfectly normal, perfectly openable door now.